What is school like nowadays with ChatGPT? This is a question that has been haunting me for months right now because, well, I belong to the last generation to experience like school before ChatGPT, or one of the last generations to experience this, at least here in Italy. I'm literally experiencing this switch, and I guess a lot of people all around the world where ChatGPT is available are doing something similar, are experiencing something similar. I can also see it knowing people a lot younger than me. I'm finishing high school this year in Italy, and I know friends of mine which are a lot younger, like middle school, friends of my brother, which is at the beginning of high school. So there are like 5 years of school approximately of difference, and I can see that there is an even bigger impact on their way of approaching school. And so, I started researching for this topic. First of all, I just want to give you my honest opinion, what I personally think about how school has been affected by ChatGPT and, in general, AI. And well, I think it's a double-edged word. I hate to use this. This common conception of AI. Everybody says it's double-edged word, but I mean, after all, it's what I think. Because, well, it's terrible for what comes to when it comes to producing something yours, like creativity. But also, the process of learning. It's awful when you just go there, give ChatGPT the assignment, and you don't do anything. It's good for research because it's easier to research, right? Using it for people that have problems research, like people that had trouble studying in the conventional way, could be great. But for people who could research, in a normal way, spending more time, you're gonna say, well, yeah, but it's less effective if you research spending more time. After all, you're gonna get the same information. But I don't think your brain reacts to those informations in the same way. It's a lot more easy to use, a lot more easy, but most of the times the easiest path is not the best path. So this is what I think on a general level. I also wanted to say that it could be really helpful for regards maybe other parts of learning, maybe not directly regarding school. In my personal experience, I've been using AI systems to improve my French, for example, having conversations with this bot, actual calls. And you could say, okay, you could find real people. Well, I learned English like this, finding real people, talking to them. But it was harder at the beginning because, well, you can switch to that when you are confident enough. But at the beginning, maybe you're not able even to say hi. And this is a problem because maybe you're gonna feel like you're not good enough. Maybe you're gonna find that person, the specific person, which is gonna say, "Oh, you're bad. I don't understand anything." Maybe they are understanding, but they just do that because that's the way they are. And this could really destroy your learning path if you are fragile from that point of view. Well, the AI bot will correct you, but in a polite way always. You could call her like at night, in the morning. There's no there is not a moment in which it won't be available. And so this is a great stuff. AI is a great stuff if you know how to use it and if you want to use it the right way. The problem is, and this is the reason why I started this commentary, the problem is that most people, most children, especially when they are that young, they never actually needed to use anything different because ChatGPT is the most effective way to reach your goal. Well, these children won't use ChatGPT, won't use AI in general to improve. They will use it to just reach their credits, to reach what they need to reach in just no time, so they can play more. They just can live their life differently, maybe scrolling on the internet. Now, I also do that a lot, so I'm not here to judge, but it's something that is obvious also from the data that emerges from different research. So I started Googling, and I was particularly interested about the opinion of teachers. And the opinion of teachers also the inferior grades, because I guess it's important to go and read what they think, because well, I kind of have my view. I explained it before, but I guess in the lower grades this is even worse than the bad aspects I described from my own experience. So we could read from here. We have the opinion. I'm just taking my iPad right now just to read word by word these opinions. Well, as a grade 8 teacher, it's brutal. Kids will submit work on paper. There isn't enough crocodiles, just written like this. And then the computer submit an eloquently written 1,000 word essay within 6 minutes of getting the assignment, and swear their mother they wrote it all and even cry when I read the idea. Well, this is just an opinion, but I mean, you can really literally go on the internet, go on Reddit, go on whatever site you prefer. You're gonna find thousands, of these opinions. Like here, we have another one. As a teacher, I will have to change my assignments to make them more specific so that they can't simply copy and paste the AI response. This last semester, I got more AI responses than ever, and students are so lazy they can't even type in a ChatGPT prompt that resembles what the assignment is asking for and get zeros. I teach a giant hybrid lecture class, and the AI programs make it fast and easy to cheat on multiple choice exams. Due to the nature of the class I teach, I don't have any way to change this, so just have to deal with it. A whole generation will be graduating that are functionally literate and can think for themselves, making it easier for them to be manipulated. A generation of devalued education, incredibly sad to watch in real time. I mean, I just picked two random opinions. I kind of got the general idea before, but I never actually. This is my first time reading this. In a specific, I just got the general picture from this, from this forum here, because I guess it's more authentic like this. And here I find something really interesting, because this is literally the worst thing that could happen. If you have ever read 1984 by Orwell, I mean, it's just I just recommend you to read it. But I mean, if you read that book, written in now more than 70 years ago, basically, yeah, because we're in 2025, so it was written like in the late 40s, and I mean, it's just scary, because he really talks about a society which is entirely controlled by this party, and we're just moving toward that. Because when you write and you don't know what you're writing, because you're just giving a prompt to the platform, and then you never think, you never learn anything, but you graduate, so you can operate in a society, but you're not actually able to do anything. This is a huge problem. And well, it's a huge problem also because, well, basically we don't have an actual way to fight it. In my opinion, maybe it's just it's just spreading so fastly that, I mean, clearly I also read something about teachers that are adapting, they are just changing the way of the grades they give. Like if they here in Italy we have a system which goes from 0 to 10, but in the American system, like, maybe you deserved an A, but with this AI thing going, and you don't ever know. I mean, if the project was actually authentic or not, maybe you're gonna get a B, a C. It depends on also the subject, because, well, we read the opinion before, in which it says like, my subject is perfect for coping with AI, which is, I mean, it's just sad to see. And then, I mean, now I'm searching right now. Here another opinion, which is, I'm just gonna read the first line, because it just, people are using it to cheat. This is what's wrong with AI. It's not AI that's wrong, but I mean, they're just using it to bypass exams, bypass tests, bypass studying. If they use it like, the example I provided before, to improve a language conversation with a bot, which, I mean, is made like that. I mean, the bot is also gonna give you corrections in some cases, that you can repeat things multiple times. You can ask it to give you answers to maybe doubts you have on the language. I mean, that's a great way, in my opinion, to use AI. But I mean, people are using it to cheat. And I mean, I can just scroll here and I can see hundreds of teachers which are just answering the same way. Now we have a mom's opinion. My kid is in ninth grade in a virtual school this year, so I look over the work from time to time and we baffle at some of the stuff. Most of the classes have discussion board questions per unit. The answers are always ridiculous. 90% are all ChatGPT responses, and you can tell because they are all worded almost exactly the same. The ones that aren't are almost indecipherable. It's really bad. And I mean, this is just reality right now. Then I also read an opinion before. Now I can't find it. I'm just waiting for it to pop up again, but I can't find it. But there was like a teacher which was using ChatGPT to give grades to the test that ChatGPT was writing there. I think I guess he was ironic because it's just beautiful. I mean, after all, they're all using it to cheat like that, and then so you're gonna use their same system to. I mean, yeah, ChatGPT is gonna go give a mark to himself. So I mean, it's just genius in that case. Then yeah, here also I'm looking at some data about the number of people that can't understand what they read, and I mean it's just it's just exponential. It's scary, and if we see here, I mean the last few months, I mean I don't know if I'm gonna be able to to share with you, but you could just Google it and you're gonna just realize how bad the situation actually is. Also been here now seeing a lot of teachers which are maybe this is also another thing which is extremely interesting. Well, they're saying basically that they're just switching they're just making two kind of exams, the ones using laptop, using computer, and the ones just using paper, and they see this big difference between the two of them. And I mean, this is obvious, but my other thought that I wanted to share with you after this little research, this little reading opinions about this so hot topics, and I guess I'm gonna record other videos, which I talk about it because it's just so interesting, and also because I guess we're gonna see some developments in the future. Is that in these discussions, teachers are the ones that intervene the most, and this is something also that the first time I realized this, I was actually not prepared for it because I thought, well, okay, I guess young people are, the ones that which compose the 70%, 60% of users of Reddit, of the internet in general. So they want to defend their position because my brother, which uses ChatGPT a lot in school, gets really defensive when maybe in television the news talk about this terrible situation that's going on with people learning with ChatGPT. So I guess I thought that there would be a lot of people defending their position, defending ChatGPT, defending AI, also to cheat. But in these discussions, I'm noticing not only on this topic but in a lot of topics, young people are not even willing to write their opinion here because I think about it, it's controversial. They cannot do it on paper for school, so they won't be even pushed to just write what they think on the internet because that's such an effort. They never do it, and so we find here this discussion which is just entirely, entirely composed by moms, by teachers. Now I'm just searching for one comment by a person which is actually using the service, which which wants to defend their position. I found it. But now, can you? This is a perfect conclusion for this video. I'll answer your question in a sec. Let me just consult ChatGPT first. This is exactly what I meant. This is exactly what I meant. See you soon.